Hello everybody, welcome back to Ben Webster Sports, and first of all I just want to thank you all for a great football season. It obviously wouldn't have been as great as it was without you guys listening, and I just want to thank you for that. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video and subscribe down below because this will be the last video of football content. We're going to be moving on to basketball tomorrow, so make sure you do not miss that. Make sure you turn notifications on as well, just so you don't miss it. Today we're going to be reacting to my preseason predictions to how the football season went for El Paso Gridley, which is going to be interesting because I believe I made some very interesting predictions before the season started. So we're going to take a look at those today, and yeah, enjoy the video.
Week 1, Reed Custer at home. This is a win. It's only the second matchup ever that El Paso Gridley as a school district has played Reed Custer in football, and this should be a win. I'm basing it off of last year's game. It was just kind of an easy win for the Titans. Nothing really to explain about that one. The run game was really good against that Reed Custer defense. I think it's going to be the same here, and it'll be more high scoring than the game last year. I'm going to predict like 28-14.
I'm a genius. Little did I know coming into the season that El Paso Gridley was going to be as dominant offensively as they were. And little did I know that Owen Adams had the arm of Patrick Mahomes as a junior in high school. I mean, come on. But the thing that really surprises me is the fact I got the 28-14 score right. I mean, come on. Who does that? I mean, it was a rough estimation of how the game was going to go, and I got it, like, bang on. What am I... Wow.
Week 2, Fieldcrest. This is another win. This will take us to 2-0, and this is the first time we would have played Fieldcrest since the 2023 season. And the last 3 matchups that EPG has played Fieldcrest, it's been blowout wins. EPG have just blown Fieldcrest out of the water.
I definitely undersold it. I definitely undersold what the game was going to be when I predicted 30-0, obviously. But, yeah, I was kind of underestimating the offense for EPG there. And, yeah, nothing really to explain there.
Week 3, DMAC on the road. This is another win. This will take us to 3-0. But DMAC is a tough opponent. They gave us a good fight at home last year, and it was a close game. I think it will be very much the same here. But we do have the personnel on this roster. And, yeah, we have a lot of speedy guys on the team list this year. So I think they're going to make some big plays down the stretch and lead the Titans to a 21-14 win.
Obviously, it was a big game coming in because they beat Eureka and they beat whoever they beat in week 2. And so I was pleasantly surprised when I was calling that game for one, the offense to, for one, the team to put up 41 points on DMAC. And 2, the defense forcing 4 turnovers in the first half. That was insane. That was insane to call, so, I mean, I was completely wrong with the outcome of that game.
For GCMS at home, this is a loss. I will give GCMS the win here. Because this is a matchup that could very much go either way. It's kind of like a matchup against DMAC or Eureka. I'm going to get to that one later. But playing GCMS is tough. They're a very tough team. They play very physical. And I just think that their physicality is just going to get the better of us this year. And kind of speaking about physicality on the EPG side of things, I do think just based on what EPG has, I think it's and who EPG have lost from last year, I do think the offensive and defensive lines will be a little bit of a question mark. But I will give GCMS the win here, and I think they'll win a fairly close one, 17-14.
I said we would lose that game. It was on homecoming night. We won 52-14. Again, I was talking about the defensive line and the offensive line potentially being a problem. They held GCMS to 14 points. Our offense put up 52 points. Obviously, you had the 2 Braden Gibson defensive touchdowns that you got in that game, but I was definitely underestimating this team leading up to the season.
Week 5, Tri-Valley away. It's a loss. I mean, just seeing Tri-Valley on the schedule, I mean, away from home as well, this will be a loss here. I mean, we've only beaten them once in school history, and that was in 2023, where we had a roster with Dax Jennis, Cam Schumacher was still the starting quarterback. So, and Tri-Valley had a really good run game. They displayed it last year. I mean, they won 42-0 on our homecoming night. They literally crashed our homecoming. So, although it's not a homecoming game for us this time, but I do think we'll lose. We'll get on the board this time. I'm predicting it to be 35-7.
Well, that aged like milk. Interception by Owen Adams to end the game with 3 seconds left. I did not think this team would be as good as it would have been leading up to the season. That's probably the main theme of this video, is that I was underestimating the El Paso Gridley Titans. But, I mean, yes, the class of 2025 had a lot of good football players. That's kind of what gave us 2 losses leading up to the season, being GCMS and Tri-Valley. But really, the team just got better. No offense to the class of 2025. Even I am a part of the class of 25, so I'm technically offending myself. But yes, they had great players. But the team this year just got better. I mean, the offseason development, you could see it all season, was incredible. Nolan Whitman was incredible. Braden Gibson came out of his shell. Javon developed greatly. Javion as well. Aiden Adams was a big surprise this year. I thought he was going to be good, but not as good as he was. But he was a beast this year, Aiden Adams. So, yeah, I was definitely underselling that EPG team, and I had no idea what we were in store for in that Tri-Valley game, but wow, best game of the season by far still.
Week 6, away at Tremont. This is a win. Pretty much always beat them. And easy wins, really, for EPG, so I'm predicting it 35-0, really.
I basically got that right on the dot, except it was a slightly higher scoring game and a slightly smaller margin of victory. Tremont are going to be good in the future. I'm just saying that now. You can refer back to this in like 5 years if they won the conference or something like that. But Tremont are going to be good in a few years. They got a good head coach. They have a good system going for them. And once they start developing as a program, they're going to be dangerous.
Week 7, Eureka at home. I'm actually going to give us the win against Eureka. And here's why. This is another matchup that can go either way. I explained this earlier when I was talking about the GCMS matchup. But last year, we could barely move the ball against the Eureka defense, but I do think that we have the team this year that can put up a very good fight and get a very close win against Eureka. I'm predicting it to be 17-16.
I didn't think Eureka was going to be that bad. Honestly, Eureka were terrible. No offense to Eureka, but that football team was one of the worst I've seen. I mean, that was the same program that beat EPG 14-0 at their place a year ago. And that defense was one of the most stout defensive units I've ever seen in football. And now, just considering where they've gone from last year to this year, wow, holy drop-off. They also beat Tremont 10-7. That's just kind of embarrassing if you ask me. Eureka need to get some things sorted out with their football program because they are going to keep going on a downward trajectory if they don't get things sorted out over there.
Week 8, away at Clinton. This is a win. So we were 5-2 coming up to week 8, and I do think this win against Clinton will put us to 6-2 and clinch a playoff spot.
But
This could go either way, and I do think this will be equivalent to our road game against Shelbyville last year because there was a lot of playoff implications on the line, and in that game last year we needed to win if we were going to make a late push for the playoffs. We did. But this time, it's kind of different because we would have to win it to be guaranteed a playoff spot. Although in high school, 5 wins makes you playoff eligible, but 6 wins guarantees you a playoff spot. Although 5 wins does, like, 98% of the time give you a playoff spot, depending on how other teams do throughout the season. But that was a quick side note. But, yeah, Clinton will give us a good fight at home, at their home ground. But, yeah, I think the Titans will come out with the win here. It'll be very, very close. I'm very much looking forward to calling that game. It'll be 24-22.
I thought that would have been a playoff showdown, but nope. 64-0. 64-0. You could say I underestimated how good EPG was coming into the season, but really, I was overestimating how bad Clinton would have been this year. I mean, even Eureka beat them like 40-something to 0. You can fact check me on that. I don't really care for the sake of the video, but holy cow. Clinton, their defense, I mean, I could just say Clinton were just terrible, but EPG in that game were just levels clear. You could see that in the highlight reel I posted earlier this year, that EPG were just miles ahead of Clinton. I mean, my goodness, that was a bloodbath there.
Week 9, Shelbyville at home. This is a win, and we will finish 7-2 based on these early predictions. And I think this is going to be another great game like the one last year. I do think there's going to be some very big plays from both sides, but I think we just have the better team, honestly. And yeah, it's going to be like 28-20.
I said it would have been a close game, but yeah, Shelbyville were a decent team, but I mean, as I just said earlier, the Titans were just clear of everybody this year. I mean, come on. I mean, how did the fact that they went 9-0 is still kind of mind-boggling, because everybody was saying, "Oh, next year's the year. Next year's the year. We're gonna have Owen Adams in his senior year, have Javion in his senior year, Chavon Jr. and yada yada yada." But I think this year could have been the year, bro. I mean, just considering how good the team was, and key centerpieces to this team, like an OB12 at kicker, Nolan Whitman at linebacker, Hayes Welsh was a great leader from the team and also was a very big contributor on defense. Noah Henderson as well, and I'm probably forgetting a few others. Jack Harlan at defensive back, but yeah, the team. I mean, considering no seniors are leaving, people like Elliot Toth, he's in line to be the next kicker, I think. And then Elliot Toth, Tom Irwin, they're going to have to step up big time next year to fill in the shoes of a Nolan Whitman or an OB12 or Jack Harlan or Hayes Welsh, and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I mean, those seniors were great for us, and just shows you how real good this team really was. And I'm just so thankful that me and Andy Hitty got to call games for that team this year, because it was a blast doing it. That's basically going to end the video. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this. And yeah, we're going to have a basketball video coming out tomorrow. It will be the first of the season. So I'll remind you guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Let's try to get 500 subscribers by the end of 2025 and going into 2026. And yeah, for basketball season, we'll be live streaming on this channel. So if you want to catch those games on YouTube as well, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, because basketball is coming tomorrow. And have a great rest of your day, and have a happy Thanksgiving break.